guts.
I don't think the Bright Sparks will be as good as ours.
2 new products.
Are we going to win? Yes!
But only one team can win.
I have the result right here.
Beat the Boss.
I'm Syra Khan, and this is Beat the Boss, where 3 Bright Sparks compete against 3 Big Shots to create a brand new product for the children's market. The question is, who knows what you really want? Every weekend, thousands of children spend their spare time watching or playing the beautiful game, football. But just how cool do you want to look on the training pitch? Our teams are put on the spot. Will they claim glory or score an own goal? Today's Bright Sparks are Harry, Chloe and Janojan. First up, Harry, school football captain and a born leader.
The Big Shots are just losers and they don't know a thing.
Designer and rider Chloe is up for the challenge.
Because I'm loud, I think that I'll quite scare the Big Shots.
Equally confident, it's team boffin Janojan.
I'm really confident that we're going to win.
That's the Bright Sparks. Now let's meet the Big Shots. They're Tom, Georgie and Stafford. Top flight businessman Tom buys and sells aeroplane parts. He's won loads of awards.
Forget about all the other business awards. The Beat the Boss award will be in prime position.
Georgie runs her own greeting card empire, selling over 500,000 cards a year.
I absolutely hate losing, and this programme is no different to any other competition I've entered.
And Stafford, he's the boss of his own recruitment company.
I'm not a very good loser at all. I don't plan to start losing and Beat the Boss.
So that's our 2 teams, the Big Shots with all their business experience and the Bright Spots who know what's hot and what's not in the playground. They'll be battling it out for the Beat the Boss trophy. It's time for me to deliver their brief. Game on. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
So, how are you feeling?
Excited.
Completely out of our comfort zones.
Why are you going to beat the bosses?
Because we know what kids want, because we're kids. But the adults don't know what kids want because they're not in our position.
Do you think you're going to beat the Bright Sparks?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you ready to receive your brief?
Yes!
All right, here we go. Your brief is to design and produce a brand new football training kit.
Oh, yes!
Absolutely. I like that. That's good.
I'm pleased with that.
Is it good?
Yeah, very good.
It must help improve footballing skills and it must have a distinctive design.
Ain't that just a dream?
Probably the worst thing I can imagine. I've never really designed anything for boys.
It's not just going to be a practical boys' toy. This is going to be to all ages and all sectors.
Having 2 guys that know and love football so much, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, I'm so excited because I love designing.
You guys know what kids like and what they want. You need to find out what's out there in the market and what the professionals are wearing.
Them 2 are brainy and they know a lot about football kits, and like I know a lot about colour schemes and things like that.
100% confident that we're going to win.
You've got to get into the mindset of a child, and to do that you've got to do some market research. Stay focused and I'll be back later to see how you get on.
Who's going to win? It's a tough one, but it's definitely us.
Both teams have now been given their brief and they've got to do their market research. It's vital they get this right if they're going to win. Especially as over 4 million of you train and play football every year. So coming up with a cool kit that will stand out in this competitive market means both teams will have to raise their game. Ready to go. The Big Shots have come to a training ground for some top tips. Meanwhile, the Bright Sparks check out the high street.
We could have like short sleeve.
The material over there, we will have.
So I want a stretch film and rather wear short sleeve.
Pockets here, I got an idea. It'd be quite a good fabric because it's soft.
Harry, look, I found these shirts.
You might put bottles in it when they're training.
We saw a black and gold top here, which has made us think that we want to go for black and gold.
The Bright Sparks seem to be tackling the job head on, but over at the training ground, the Big Shots are just getting warmed up.
Go, go, go! Well done. In between them. Well done. Keep going. I feel like an under-coordinated clown, to be honest.
But catching my breath and I've got to stop falling over, really. It's good, though.
They're very keen, very enthusiastic, but not very coordinated, I think. No, I don't think they're ever going to play in the Premiership.
I'm getting better. Any top managers out there looking, I'm available.
Well, it looks like a lot of fun, but they don't seem to be getting much work done. The Bright Spots, however, are buzzing with ideas and are off to check out what the professionals wear.
Yay! Some of them are wearing long shorts and some of them are wearing short shorts. It don't really matter when they do stretches because they don't actually change their kit.
Maybe we should ask them a question about the flexible material.
You should have scored.
Armed with all their notes, it's time to quiz the players.
What do you prefer, long sleeves or short sleeves?
I always wear short sleeves. I've never really worn long sleeves.
Interviewing the players at Charlton was quite nerve-wracking at first.
It was really exciting for me to be meeting top professional football players.
Would you like no colour or collar?
I think I prefer a collar.
I've had both, actually, and I prefer no collar.
Meanwhile, the big shots are taking time out and begin to make use of their market research.
Now, what do you like about football?
The goal celebrations.
Goal celebrations, I like that.
So if we divide the top, say if you pull it up over your head, you'll be able to see a face. Would that be interesting?
Yeah.
What about long sleeve versus short sleeves?
Short sleeves.
Yeah.
What about if you had short sleeves but you could attach some long sleeves if it got a bit cold?
It was good to mingle with the kids, and it was quite a good insight into what we need to do for our product.
Would you prefer gold and black or pink and black?
Gold and black, I think.
I suppose gold and black.
Gold and black.
Thank you for your
Thank you for your time.
That's okay, thank you very much.
The Bright Sparks score a hat-trick while the big shots score an own goal.
Would you like some way that you can actually keep, like, I don't know, your keys or...
No, not really, because when you're playing football and your keys might fall out and your phone might fall out, then that ain't helpful.
But they're soon back on target.
Do you like reversible ones that maybe that you can have two different colours?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that would look quite cool or not?
You have a home and away kit in just like
Good thinking.
With all their market research complete, it's time to come up with the ideas for their kit. It's time for the brainstorm.
What's those?
The shorts.
Will they have their holes in them?
Yeah.
And number. The brainstorm started off with concentrating on the design.
Shorts are going to be black.
Should we have the cooling material?
Yeah.
The Bright Sparks get straight into drawing, but the big shots are writing a list of what they've learnt.
If we could put in something that can aid a celebration, that was something that the kids was really interested in.
At least two of them got very excited about having a flap with like a smiley face on or something.
If you can detach the sleeve, you can actually put the sleeve over your head as part of your celebration.
I don't think the big shots are taking this very seriously. They're having far too much fun. The Bright Sparks, on the other hand...
I think we should just do the whole collar gold.
Yeah, but it won't look right.
Black collar with gold outline.
Hi guys, how are you getting on?
We decided to use gold and black.
Yeah, most football players for short sleeve.
What else did you learn from your market research?
There's a material out there that keeps you cool.
So you've got the material, that's a really good idea, but remember what the brief is. You've got to come up with something that improves footballing skills. Now, at the moment, I'm not getting very much passion from you guys. Do you want to win this?
Yes!
OK, well, let me see that enthusiasm coming through next time.
After Sarah came in and said, like, some home truths and being passionate about what you're doing, and all the ideas started getting down on paper properly.
So we could have something like a belt.
Yeah, a belt on the shorts here, and then
Velcro, which you have targets and different stuff on it. Jen, what skills have you written down then? Chest tackling.
At last, the Bright Sparks are as focused as the big shots, who've stopped writing lists and have started sketching a rather complicated sock.
And you're going to have to line the foot up with that or something like that. On your sock there, you've got like a zone, 1. And that's a 1, so they connect.
OK, how are you getting on?
We get on really well.
Is that your drawing? OK, seriously, guys, tell me your football
The kit helps with your ball control, with your shooting, with your passing, everything you can ever want in a football kit.
With the drawings you've got here, do you think that that comes through in your drawing?
Absolutely not.
Right now, looking at this, I have no idea what you're doing.
I think she was quite harsh with us, but maybe we deserved it.
But my stern words seem to have done the trick.
Can we do a very quick sketch then?
Once she's drawing, she'll just write down exactly what that needs to be. So that
Now they finally got down to sketching, it's time to see what the Bright Sparks have come up with.
We're going to do black and gold.
The shorts have air holes so you can be cool.
Okay.
It's a stretchy, cooler fabric. They're half sleeves, and we have padding in them.
A belt with targets stuck onto it for maybe training, like.
And you can stick them onto the wall.
So you said that you can stick targets onto a wall. How will that help?
That would help you get in your target. Keep practice shooting.
Yeah.
I think you've done an amazing job.
I think Big Shots might have a good idea, but they don't have a better idea than us.
This is it then. Final presentation. So Georgie, talk me through your kit.
You don't have to buy an away kit as well as a home kit. You just turn it inside out.
Okay.
So it's all in one. You've then got the detachable arms for summer and winter, so then you don't have to buy another kit. And then for everything they win, they can collect these recognition badges that parents can stitch on for them.
The socks actually has kicking zones, and that actually gives them a skill. They'll actually say what part of your foot hits the ball in which areas. So it's an absolute winning option.
It is quite complex, but cracking idea.
I'm more confident than I was this morning. I was pretty confident then. Need I say more?
Both teams have had their brief and come up with some great ideas. But remember, this is a game of two halves, and who's going to score with their presentation? The teams spend the next few days working up their products before they pitch. The Bright Sparks have decided upon a risky game plan and added a high-tech feature to their black and gold kit. It has talking sensors in the padding as well as stick-on targets attached to a belt. The Big Shots have gone for a reversible kit with detachable sleeves and a goal celebration flap, and they've also included over-the-boot socks to help with kicking accuracy. But only one team can win the Beat the Boss trophy. The pressure's on as both teams must pitch their ideas to Joma UK, one of Europe's leading kit manufacturers. Can they impress Managing Director Wayne Mumford, a former professional footballer himself?
What I'm looking forward from the designs is something that's pretty clean, pretty fresh, straight to the point, not too much going on with it.
It's going to be difficult not to be impressed with what we put together.
We've done our design and we've thought about what we're going to say, and it's all going to run smoothly.
What will our two teams make of each other as they meet for the first time?
Hi, Anton.
Hi, Mitchell.
Hi, Mitchell. Nice to see you. Right.
I think they'll look like really posh, but they're not. They're losers.
I thought that they were lowering themselves to our level. We should be doing that because we're the kids, but they're acting like they're the kids.
You're fired.
These are insane.
With their hellos out of the way, Wayne comes in to kick off the pitch.
Tails, you're first.
Stay losers.
Oh yeah. Look who's talking.
Well, physically the Big Shots are the bigger team, but mentally we are the bigger team.
When I first met the Bright Sparks, I thought they were going to be trouble. I don't want to lose to them, but I'm looking forward to competing against them.
The teams have to pitch to Wayne and fellow company boss Steve.
Thanks for seeing us today. We've got really positive and good design for you to take a look at.
We developed something that is creative, something that is fun, something that improves the skills of the kids.
It takes two concepts of a home and away kit and a short sleeve and a long sleeve kit.
For summer and winter use, so that's to start with.
So if it's hot, you have it short sleeve. If it's cold, you have it long sleeve. I think your reversible idea is something you should really focus on. I think it's a really good idea.
The Big Shots are off to a flying start. Outside, the Bright Sparks work on their confidence.
You excited?
Yes.
Are we going to win this?
Yes.
Our brand is Soccer Stars, and was looking about giving the coaches of the team stars that they give to the players who are the man of the match or whatever. So it's like collecting, I was man of the match this many times.
And you get them
so it's
sewn
like,
on.
All right, so that's like the Cubs used to do.
Well, Harry and Janojan have been really bad and gone up there eavesdropping.
The badges bit. I don't think that's a bad idea because
They said that they heard that they were going to do it as a Scouts uniform and they're going to sew on their badges. So that is quite a good idea, but I wouldn't say that they had as much good ideas as us.
one of the concepts that came from the kids was about a flap, something that you could lift it up and a celebration.
Instead of pulling the shirt over your head completely, you just lift up the flap.
If you can add anything to the garment that makes the kid enjoy it, then fine. If a kid jumps
The Big Shots are at the top of their game, but can they keep this up?
The concept is to develop a sock that goes over the boot and tells you which part of the foot to be kicking the ball.
That is just a total waste of time.
Some boots are especially made with performance features in them, so taking that away by putting a sock over it will finish that boot off and people won't wear it.
Yeah, I think the socks just blew me away. I think it's just crazy.
There's so many variations of a boot.
How are you going to get a sock that can fit all that? Just technically, how would you do that?
What if you had... I think Wayne's put us down a little notch, but not too far down. I think we're still way up on top of winning.
It's now time to bring the bright sparks off the bench.
Are we going to beat the big shots?
Obviously.
In it, though. Come on, then, let's go and do it.
Right, so we're the Bright Sparks and we have designed a football kit that will improve footballing skills and has a distinctive design. We're going to have pressure pads in the arms and the chest. And if the ball hits the pressure pads on the arms, it will send a transmission to this TV thing the assistant ref has, and it will come up handball.
And then there's a speaker on here.
When I first seen the designs, I just thought this does look more like a spacesuit than a football kit. Who's going to invent these pressure pads?
What do you mean?
Well, we're a clothing manufacturer. We make performance garments.
What happens when it gets wet?
I think you've got to drop the electrical stuff. I think you're on a loser.
Okay.
This is a huge blow to the Bright Sparks. They'd made the talking pads a big part of their kit.
We have a belt which has targets which we can practice on.
If you're running around with a belt with anything on it, it's just you're adding to the garment. You don't really need it. Ditch the belt.
Wayne's also given the belt the red card. Can the Bright Sparks rescue their pitch?
I think we should put the targets in our side pockets.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think you should really go for that.
The Bright Sparks are back in the game.
Right, the design.
So the whole kit's black and gold.
Right,
The whole kit's black and gold.
Yeah,
so
and we also want to use a special material for this that we saw in the shop.
Yeah.
And it cools you down and it stretches at the same time.
Performance fabric, yeah.
Yeah.
If you take away the electronics of the Bright Sparks, they've got a good product.
Forget about the high-tech stuff. Work on the performance of the fabric, work on the colours.
Now each team has to work with one of the company's designers. The Bright Sparks get to work with Alison, whilst the Big Shots will work with Lucy.
OK, what are the two main colours you're thinking of for the inside and the outside? I need a colour for both.
That red would be good, wouldn't it? Flame scarlet. It was nice actually speaking to someone who understands about colours, and the boys don't know anything about colours.
And what colour did you want it?
Gold and black.
Gold and black. Which bits do you want?
The outline is gold and the rest is black.
I think the design went very well. We just went through the colours and the fabrics on the computer.
That's a nice material.
Are you going to have the flap on both sides, or are you just having it on the one?
Are we happy with one?
Yeah, I think so.
But I think you could do it in a way that looks sharp.
Having someone who's got the experience of designing these full-time, it's really helped our thinking.
Badges on the sleeves, how do you want to do those?
And you asked to have some electrical wiring in there, hadn't you?
Yeah,
so
but
that
we've changed that to just padding.
What if we were to put in some fabrication that was quite crackly, so that when you do actually hit with your arm or your chest, you yourself will hear?
I think Alison was helpful.
Here the ideas that we normally do would be more practical and more simple.
We'd do
BTB
and up.
Okay.
The Bright Sparks know what they want. How about the Big Shots?
I think we feel really passionate about having these detachable sleeves. Right, team?
I think the Big Shots team had a good dynamic. So this is what it'll actually look like.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Lucy.
Well done.
The design that we've come up with is very strong.
We absolutely have a winning design.
What shape are your targets going to be?
They're going to be circular.
I'm so excited to be seeing my product when it's actually made.
Okay, there you go, there's your kit.
Oh, in it.
Quite nervous now to see what it'll look like.
The end result is a really great shirt, very striking, and I like the colours that they've used.
The Bright Sparks have ditched the talking sensors. The Big Shots have ditched the socks. Both teams have completed their designs, but what do Wayne and Steve think?
At this stage, the winners for me are the Big Shots. The reversible idea, it's nothing brand new to the market, but I think it might just win the whole thing.
I would have to give it to the Bright Sparks because they can use the discs and it's not too messy.
It's 1-1 going into the break, but Wayne and Steve don't call the shots. That's up to our 25 expert judges. Which kit will be awarded the Beat the Boss trophy? It's decision day. The two teams have come to the Beat the Boss headquarters to find out the results.
I'm not as confident as I was when we first started, but I'm still very confident we can win.
I'm feeling nervous about seeing my product for the first time.
I think we've put every idea we can think of into our product.
I'd be shocked if we don't win.
I'm really excited to see our products. It's going to be great.
My message to the big shots is, watch out, you've met your match.
Welcome, teams, to the Beat the Boss boardroom. Now, today, for the very first time, you're going to see your products. Walk this way. You're just about to see your product. How are you feeling?
Quite excited. I think it's going to look really good.
Georgie, are you feeling confident?
A little bit.
You don't sound very confident.
I'm just really nervous.
Are you ready to see your product?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Georgie, can you give me a hand?
Yep.
Woo!
Looking good.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Woo! Stafford, can you talk me through some of your features on the kit?
Well, as you can see, this is a unique kit. It's got a goal celebration flap. Every time you score a goal, you get to lift up the flap.
Yeah. The sleeves are detachable, so it's a summer-winter kit, all in one.
But if you look at the design, it's very distinctive. If you look at that, that's fantastic.
There was another part of it where it was reversible.
Also get more wear out of it. So if you've got 22 shirts and you've got 2 teams in the same shirt, so it just helps people to play together.
Happy with it?
Really happy. I think it's brilliant.
This is an absolute winning kit. It's great.
I think we're going to win this.
I hear a few mutterings behind me. Bright Sparks, what have you got to say?
I wouldn't personally wear it myself, and I thought that adults would do a bit better.
The material and the colour's not good.
I think the kids are a bit biased, to be honest.
It's rubbish. Lifting a little skirt thing which says goal on the bottom.
You've got no idea, Guy. No idea, mate.
All the kids we asked said that was an amazing idea.
I think you're a bit intimidated, aren't you, guys?
Not a bit,
I
think realisation's kicking in.
Body language has changed.
OK, let's hold it right there. We've seen your product. Let's see what the competition's got to offer. Well, Bright Sparks, there's lots of fighting talk there. Harry, you've seen their product. How confident are you feeling?
Really confident, because their one's just rubbish and we're going to beat them.
We actually put our heart and souls into this, so I think we'll do it better than them.
Are you ready to see your product?
Yes!
OK, excellent. Here you go.
Oh, nice colour. That's nice. Nice. The material's good.
Talk me through your product.
It's got this material inside, like sweet wrapping material, so if the ball hits it, you're crackling.
You want to hit your arm, you know it's a handball. You can get one of these targets and you can just put it there. The person has to hit like this pad, like up here, and they try hitting the ball on that target.
The gold matches with the black and the gold is bright.
Harry, you've seen your product. How confident are you feeling now?
Very confident, because our one's way better than theirs.
It's such a cool design, and knowing that I've done it, it looks really cool.
What do you think?
I like the colours, I like the look of it, but what that target is, I've got no idea.
I think it's a bit over the top, to be honest. It's like they've got a rose on the front of it and Velcro on the front of their
I think it's a bit
tops.
dangerous to say kick the ball at each other.
Yours is just cheap and ours is better than yours, so...
I know your colour material.
Let's see the end result, and then you can go home crying when it's us that win.
Well, that's what you think of your products, but what's important is what did your target market think? If you sit down, we'll find out what they had to say. We asked our 25 judges to try out the kits. To make it fair, they don't know who's made which one. First up, the Big Shots kit.
I really like it because it's reversible. It's warm as well because it's got 2 layers of T-shirts inside.
Look at that, you see?
It's a bit thick for in the summer. It'd be good in the winter because you can take the sleeves off and on.
Yes.
This kit is good, but it's too heavy to play in.
What I like about this kit is this. Go!
Not so smiley over there anymore, are we?
How about the Bright Sparks kit?
The colours are good because most professional teams, they have red and white, but they don't really wear black and gold on the kits. I don't like this bit because when, say you hit it, it'll make a noise and it could disturb you and you could not hear the manager or something.
The black has targets with it, and I think that it's good to improve your chess skills and that. You can stick them on your T-shirt and you can play chesting with them, or you can put them on the ground and dribble with them. I prefer the black kit because of the targets and the padding. I prefer the blue and the red one. I like the red kit best. I like the black kit best.
With the testing over, it's now time for the two kits to go head to head. Time to vote. Right, Sparks, our judges thought the colours of your kit were fantastic and they liked the target practice area, but they thought the padding was a little bit too noisy. Big Shots, our judges thought the idea of the reversible kit was great and they liked the celebration flap, but they thought the kit was too heavy. But who did our judges vote as the overall winner of the Beat the Boss trophy? I have the result right here in my hand. The winner of the Beat the Boss football product by a staggering 18 votes to 7. It's the Big Shots!
Competition, good competition.
I thought you did absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, well, you did do really well.
Big Shots, come and get your trophy. Well done. You've got the Beat the Boss trophy. How do you feel?
Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. There's a limousine waiting to whisk you away. And Bright Sparks, I'm afraid it is the bus home for you. Come on, guys. Let's go. Well, Big Shots, you did it. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I'm just over the moon now.
I think they won because their flap was interesting and the colours were bright as well.
This is the life of champions, and we are winners, and we are the champions.
I'm so annoyed that they won.
It's an excellent feeling to actually win the competition.
I'm very surprised that they won by miles. I thought we were going to win, no question about it.
My message to the Big Shots is, I still like you and I'll never forget you.
I'd say to the Bright Sparks, just keep going because I think your ideas are great and you'll be entrepreneurs one day too.